They often say, do they not, that there is nothing new in the world of show business. It's repackaged, realigned with new faces and old ideas. Or truly, is it? As ever, let me explain. Hi, how are you? Good morning today. Nice to see you. We'll have a wave. Yes. A lot of people do think I'm daft, but I don't care. Do you? You are waving, aren't you? It's not just, is it just me? Look, people are standing here laughing. You better wave. I can see. Come on, everybody. Yes, nice to see you. Welcome one and all, good morning. It's good to be daft, as that famous comedian said. Who was that? I can't remember. But it is good to be daft. Let me explain this particular story about the world of show business, because when you think about huge stars, really, and there have been some mega stars in the golden era of Hollywood, could there really be any bigger than the beautiful Zsa Zsa Gabor? And before you ask, yes, I did meet Zsa Zsa very briefly way back in the 90s when she was over here for various chat shows. I actually met her also, I forgot this, on The Big Breakfast, which was a sort of archaic breakfast show that used to broadcast from her house near a harbour. I know, incredible when you think near the river, but there you go. That's show business for you in the middle of nowhere. Zsa Zsa was more than just a pretty face. As we know, she married many times, and as she famously said, somebody asked her, how many husbands have you actually had, Zsa Zsa? And she said, besides my own? Cheeky lady, yes? She really came to fame way back in the 50s while starring in the John Huston epic Moulin Rouge, and he thought she was a credible actress, allegedly. I liked Zsa Zsa, she was great fun and had a lot going for her. But what was interesting, I thought, she was also a very canny businesswoman. You see, when you look at today's movie, which is one of the biggest movies now, allegedly, on the planet, none other than Barbie the movie, starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling as Ken, nobody could have thought that this pink phenomenon would have done so well at the box office. Even Margot Robbie really struggled to get studio bosses to take her seriously. But all of this could have been done so differently, because way back in the 70s, yes, the gorgeous and brilliant Zsa Zsa Gabor had the very same idea. Now, what was interesting was Zsa Zsa was married to Jack Ryan, the creator of the Barbie doll. And what was interesting for Zsa Zsa, she said, why don't we turn the doll into either a cartoon or an all-action movie? Now, you have to remember that the sort of limitations that you could have made with an all-action movie back then, as we saw with Batman, the colourful sets, etc., would have been rather limiting. But she thought turning it into a regular cartoon, perhaps with Zsa Zsa doing the voiceover. Apparently, the bosses didn't really like the idea because they thought that she was a little bit too salacious. Of course, the idea finally evaporated because while she was married to Jack Ryan, it was only for a brief moment in the many marriages of Zsa Zsa Gabor. But for a short period, and it is documented in the vaults of certain studios in Hollywood, Zsa Zsa did put forward Barbie the movie. So she clearly was a woman 40 years plus ahead of her time. Perhaps we should redefine, relook, and rethink exactly what we all really thought about Zsa Zsa Gabor. She was simply more than just a stunning, funny, witty, and very charismatic blonde. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.